Unathi, you had a conversation with the DSU of the ANC earlier, who was basically saying that this year they're focusing on local talent. Abantu basa Eastern Cape bona bathini with this event?
Abantu base Eastern Cape banomdla kakhulu bawujonga ngamehlo abomvu lo msitho uza kubanjwa apha ngomgqibelo, and of course to speak a bit more about what will be happening, I'm joined by the Chairperson of the ANC in the province, Oscar Mabuyane. And of course, like you have rightly pointed out, it is the centenary celebrations of the ANC, formerly known as the South African Native Congress. And of course, it was in 1923 that it changed its name to the African National Congress. And of course, that was the time where it became a bit more inclusive. And we expect that that broad church, which is ANC members, is expected to descend here, possibly starting from Thursday even. And of course, we'll speak to the chairperson to hear about the preparations for that big event, which is expected to take place at Absa Stadium. Sir, a very good morning to you and a warm welcome to this broadcast. 106 years is a very, very long time. Is the ANC still going stronger, or is the issues of age beginning to catch up with you?
Morning, Mr. Binqose, and morning to viewers at home. Absolutely, ANC is going strong. ANC has survived all these turbulences. It has actually managed to perambulate through these difficult curves to be where it is today. We are quite happy. We are a very strong movement with a strong character, quite resilient, and looking forward. We have got a mission. Our fundamental goal is to transform this country, is to have a united, non-sexist, non-racial, democratic and prosperous South Africa, which we call the National Democratic Society. This is where we are looking at. If we are not yet there, we will never rest. We will continue actually pushing very hard. ANC has been about South Africans. Our revolution has been about our people. As long as our people are still looking up to the ANC must continue championing their struggle as an agent for change.
A big task on your hands as the host province to ensure that the congregants of this big church that is called the ANC are taken care of. How far are you in terms of that?
Very advanced stage. We actually quite confident that it's all systems goes, everything is intact. We have made all necessary arrangement. Everything is secured. Even if you can call the rally on Wednesday, we'll be ready with the rally. It's going to be a full house, definitely. Show the interest from our people. This has actually created a lot of vibe around the province. Everyone wants to be in the stadium. We're trying our level best to avail all necessary means in terms of transport to ensure that those who can are able to make it. My worry is that the stadium might be full as early as 5 a.m. in the morning, especially from those who will be coming from outside, traveling overnight. Even in the province, you understand how vast our province is. People will be traveling 2-3 hours away from the East London, and we have said people must not travel on the same day of the rally in the morning, because if you do that, you will arrive here at 1 when we are going out of the stadium. We're expecting our people to come in as early as possible. Stadium will be open for our people. Entertainment will have definitely entertainment galore there. A lot of artists that have been actually contracted to come and perform. It's about celebration. We are celebrating the road that we have traveled, and it's worth celebrating this 106 years. We are quite happy with the work that ANC has done. We understand it very well that we still have a lot ahead of us. We still have a lot to do. Eastern Cape is one of the poorest provinces. We are still actually, in terms of Stats SA statistics, very below the radar. We definitely need to pull up and make it a point that our people have all smiles to be in the province. We don't have to continue to be a province that sends people to Johannesburg, KZN and Cape Town to look for greener pastures. We must create those greener pastures here. We are understanding it very well that it's going to be a lot of work to be done, but with the kind of an attitude, the paradigm shift that the government has adopted, moving from constructional fiscal arrangement to expansional fiscal policy, where you are focusing on infrastructure, which we think is a catalyst for economic development. That is going to help us to take our province to a higher pedestal.
But at a bruising conference we had as a province here end of September, and of course I think the national conference was just as bruising to some. So you reckon everyone will be here in a celebratory mood?
No, definitely. It is in the kind of custom or tradition of the ANC to have a festival of ideas towards the conference, lobby groups getting into the conference. But ANC is a democratic organization. Every member of the ANC who understand what is it to be in the ANC, understand it very well that you have got a right to choose your perspective. But if your perspective didn't emerge, you don't have a right to cling or hang on there. You can't have a hangover like that in the ANC. ANC is a dynamic movement. movement, it moves forward, you must always take 2 steps forward and take a step backward. You can't take 2 steps backward if you want to actually advance the national democratic revolution. So everyone understand it very well. We had conferences, they were due, and everyone had the right to participate in the conferences. People were allowed to do so. So post-conferences, we have got the leadership. We must rally behind leadership, be it in the province or be it in the national. Make leadership work, support leadership, so that you are able to assess the leadership performance. You can't assess it when you have never given leadership a chance to work. Create a conducive environment. Leadership must always make ANC warm. ANC be a home to every member. You have a right to actually say an obligation in the leadership of the ANC. We must rise to that particular responsibility as a leadership. You can't be leading those who are favoring you. When you are led, when you are elected, you are expected to lead every member of the ANC, everyone here in Eastern Cape, because ANC is the leader of the society.
Right, in terms of logistics, security measures, accommodation for those who will be descending?
Very tight, very tight. We can't leave anything to chance, and they will definitely going to leave no stone unturned on that particular aspect, having seen some of the recent incidences, because indeed there are some extremists where people will think that people are normal, but only to realize that there's an element of abnormality here and there. So we are definitely making it a point that everything is tight, security will be here, people must come and enjoy celebration of the ANC. Indeed, today we are saying happy birthday ANC, 106 years old, long road travelled. We're still going far with the African National Congress as the backbone of hope for South Africans. People are still looking up to the ANC. If you go down to our people, they will tell you this kind of history. I had a free lecture yesterday in one of the number of veterans, one of the funeral veteran in the Ngobo, where people are telling me when they joined the ANC in 1959, what is it to be in the ANC? What are they expecting from the ANC? They are looking up to us. They are quite inspired. We must continue aspiring to inspire our people moving forward. ANC must do what is right. ANC is an organization that has been tasked to lead revolution to change the South African society.
Sir, let's thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
Well, that was the chairperson of the ANC in the Eastern Cape outlining what will be happening in terms of logistics. With that, from myself, Unathi Binqose, and cameraman Bulelani Scott, it is a wrap from East London, and back to you in studio.
All right, thank you so much, Nkosika Kulubuti. That's our reporter Unathi Binqose live from East London in the Eastern Cape, updating us on the events that are scheduled.